Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Fall, it's our season, but it's also what's happening to our temperatures and precipitation. Look at the snow towards Flaming Gorge. Darren Brooks catching this one. Incredible video. This is near Dutch John, and the snow continues to come down in the higher elevations. Snow showers, but it is going to accumulate with colder air in place. Only made it to 58 degrees in Salt Lake City today. Yesterday, we hit 80. Talk about a change. This autumn storm bringing in colder air with that northwesterly flow. Only the 60s and 70s in eastern Utah, 81 in Green River. That was the hot spot because St. George topped out at only 80 degrees. So cooler conditions following that potent cold front that opened the door for air moving in from the Pacific Northwest. This evening, soggy in Salt Lake County with the winds blowing. That northwesterly flow means that's a bit of a cold breeze there. Temperatures feel chilly, and we've seen thunderstorms moving through the area. Moderate to heavy rain at times. 39-mile-per-hour gusts in Salt Lake. Look at Provo, gusty winds in Vernal, Moab. The West Desert northwesterly flow really brings the chill, and it makes it feel colder than the numbers actually show. All right, speaking of winds, wind advisory in effect until 7 p.m., so holding on just for a little while longer ahead of the cold front in southeastern Utah. Places like Blanding looking at gusts up to 45 miles per hour, even though they've got dry conditions and sunshine. A different story in northern Utah, which you're going to notice as we zoom on in. You're able to see that we get showery as we get towards midnight. But look at this, the model wanting to pick up on the potential for some lake effect. In our valleys, that's going to be lake-enhanced rain, so some heavier showers expected for the overnight. And in our mountains, that's going to add to snow totals. We've got rain up there in Cache Valley as we get through the overnight. Here we are at 8 a.m., and it looks like the Tooele Valley and portions of Davis County could tap into that lake enhancement. Southwestern Wyoming and Cache Valley also looking at wet weather as those temperatures will be close to freezing, but upper 30s expected in Logan. Futurecast shows that wraparound moisture holds on. Better chance of wet weather in the morning, becoming more isolated through your Thursday afternoon and evening, but we stay chilly. Cloud cover holds on, and another cold overnight into Friday morning, so be ready for that. It will be even colder than tonight. Okay, lake effect. Here's the area where we could see it. With the northwest flow, we typically see Davis County and the Cottonwoods benefiting. But if the flow becomes a little more northerly, it looks like Tooele County, which the model picked up on, could see some enhancement there, and that lake effect could bring rain and snow to the mountains, and the Oakers could pick up on that. That's why we have a winter weather advisory in effect until noon tomorrow for the entire Wasatch Range and the western Uintas. 2 to 8 inches. That's what we're expecting for the advisory, but for the highest peaks, could see up to 15 to 18 inches. Snow potential favoring the Uintas and the Cottonwoods. Winter travel conditions expected. And UDOT put out their map saying road slush over places like Flaming Gorge. And as we take that look, you're going to see near the Uintas, we get periods of road snow. Also the case for the Cottonwoods. Freeze alerts. It's going to get cold. It's now a freeze warning. This was a watch, but the Tooele and Rush Valleys could see their first freeze of the season, dropping below 32. Could get as cold as 28, especially in outlying areas in the Southwest Desert, Castle Country, the San Pete and Sevier Valleys, as well as towards Capitol Reef, getting freezing. And we've got the western Uintas, which is going to be cold as well. Sensitive vegetation won't survive. 30s in Logan, mid-30s in Nephi. You see those areas really dropping with the 30s and 40s. The high temperature trend is a gradual warming as we get through the close of the work week and into the weekend, but still cold tomorrow, below average with highs in the low 50s, only 70 degrees. In St. George, the Wasatch Front sees showers in the morning and then drier conditions as we close out the day. Speaking of St. George, 70s below average for this time of year, but lots of sunshine. The wet weather does not make it to Washington County. It holds on for the Wasatch Front for our Thursday with mostly cloudy skies, clearing by the evening. Drier conditions by Friday, but still below average. We have the chance of seeing some high-level clouds move in for the annular solar eclipse. We're going to track it closely and keep you forewarned. Back to you.